Omae wa mo shinderu. Welcome back to Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise. Last time we put our vehicle together, and now it's time to put it to a test. Which, hey, I hope you're ready for another tutorial because, well, here we go.
Hey!
Driving the car is pretty simple. Nothing too fancy to it. You go forward, you go backwards, left and right.
Yo!
There's also a boost, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah!
It does come with a stereo, which is appreciated, because otherwise, well, these long wasteland drives would be a bit too much. Of course, sometimes you'll be walking around and see something out and about that you'll want to investigate. You can always hop out. The game won't let you go too far away, so no worries about that. It's impossible to lose your car.
Yo! Yeah!
While we're driving around the wasteland, we'll also sometimes see these little pillars of light. These are where we'll find crafting materials. And crafting materials can be used to make Destiny talismans, but also make better equipment for your car.
Yo!
You can always get these crafting materials through bartering as well, which I think is a better way to go about it myself. And of course we get a little bit of, you know, this, but nah. Whenever something comes up, I'll be more than happy to talk about it, but for now, that's all we need to know.
See you, Ken!
One thing to keep in mind is that if you run out of gas in the middle of wasteland, that will be a game over, so don't do that. There are places to fill up around the wasteland, so it's kind of hard to do, but you can see the gas gauge right there next to the speedometer. The boosting does consume your vehicle's durability, so you can only boost so much before you need to, well, let it slow down and recharge. Also, in case this song sounds familiar, this is the version of Receive You they made for Fist of the North Star. Receive You is a song, it appears in a lot of the Yakuza games, in a slightly different remixed version every time, so it's kind of a series staple.
What? Damn it! I'll kill you! Take this!
I wish that I could claim that I timed that at the end of the music intentionally, but no, it just kind of worked out that way. So, you know, it's the little things in life. I don't think we've run into enemies with dynamite yet. Yeah, sometimes enemies in the wasteland will have dynamite. You know, because I guess dynamite can be a kung fu or it can be martial art too.
Bone Crusher, strike! Yeah.
This wasteland fight isn't too much. It's just here to at least raise the idea that, hey, when you're driving around, sometimes you'll be attacked by people. And that's fine.
Hordebreaker, strike! Sorry!
Yeah, there will be roving bands of bandits out in the wasteland, so it's easy to run into them, and the farther out you go, the stronger they get. So it can be a decent way to grind up some experience, but right now it's just really not worth it. because we're still a little bit tethered to the story.
No.
Hmm? Say what? Huh? Yep. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bat Star of Destiny, as you may be able to predict, has something to do with the car. I want to say off the top of my head it temporarily makes it immune to stamina durability loss, which means you can essentially boost without cease for a while. Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head. I think that's it. But still, hey, we finally got a car, and I'm interested to get this entire story started, so let's go ahead and talk to Rihaku and get Jagray, you know, mounted up, and we'll get out of here.
Oh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course, before that, we have to find our sweet hideout, which is actually pretty nice and spacious. There's not really a whole lot to do here, though. I want to say the jukebox will let you play some music, the bed acts as a save point and also a healing spot, which is nice. Yeah, but otherwise there's not too much to do here. There are some additional costumes, which I think I have one of at the moment, just because I have the game. But we'll see more as we go on. Meanwhile, there's this little kid that's been sitting outside the hideout, and we're going to talk to him. In a way, this little guy is the Bob Utsunomiya of this game. He was a character in Yakuza that would give you additional items like DLC stuff and give you completion list items. This game doesn't have completion list items, but it does have the DLC items, and some of those are pretty useful. If you've played Yakuza 0, Nugget should be familiar as one of your real estate managers. You know, because why wouldn't you have a chicken as a manager of your real estate company? That's just good business. Nugget's Destiny Talisman actually has a pretty low cooldown, but it will give you a random amount of money when you use it. It's pretty useful. I forget to equip it for a while. But I'll get there eventually. So yeah, we get all these things just for having bought the game, apparently. I didn't bother downloading anything. I just got them. Each one of them will contain a orb for our use, and also a few of them will have different consumables or accessories. So I'm going to go ahead and burn through all these. You can only get these once per playthrough, well, per save file, I guess I'd say. So even if you start a new game plus, on that file you will not have access to these again. So enjoy them while you get them. They're useful. Some of the names of the things are references to Yakuza, and some of them are just, you know, just for funsies. Like the Lord of the Night, was it? Successor of the Night. Majima, Goro Majima in Yakuza 0 had the title of Lord of the Night. So, you know, Kenshiro getting the manager's costume out of that, which is just a tuxedo with bow tie. It checks out. Some of these items are actually pretty high-level crafting material. Those refined metals are actually pretty hard to find. But hey, I'll take them. I may never use them in this playthrough, but I'll take them. Meanwhile, some of the items we're getting, like those Successor's boots, we'll actually be using those for some time, because they're actually pretty good equipment. So, we just got a whole bunch of Destiny orbs, and we got some pretty good stuff out of this. So I didn't need these pants, when these boots are so much better. And finally, we got our own pair of shoulder plates. Now we're looking hella fly. Accessories don't generally give you too much in the way of stats, but they have additional benefits to them that is a bigger deal. Like the Matriarch Idol giving you better perfect channels, which is a mechanic we haven't seen just yet. And also the attack increase. But with all these skill orbs, I'm going to go ahead and purchase the majority of these additional secret techniques. Because they're super useful. I mean, giving myself more options is always a plus in my book. A lot of these techniques can only be used in burst mode, so sometimes I'll be doing that just for funsies. But yeah, definitely recommend getting these out of the way as soon as possible. It gives you options. Some of these I won't be able to use for a little while yet. I still need more abilities to get there, but it's nice to have the option at the moment. And then, of course, some of them I just can't use yet because, well, all my mind orbs are still locked behind more star orbs. So, I'll use them all eventually, just, you know, not right now. And hey, with all that power up, now I'm feeling pretty fly. We don't really need most of these items that I have right now, though, and we'll be picking up more as we go through, so I'm going to toss these into the storage. I mean, really, the chocolate and the jerky should be fine for now for any injuries we incur, so I'm just not too worried about it. So that was our last chance to back out of doing this mission for now. But really, I've got no reason not to do this mission. Getting this finished will actually take us into Chapter 5, which is where the game, as I mentioned a few times, will start to open up. We'll finally get access to a bunch of our side stories, some subquests, some mini-games, stuff of that nature. So, recommend getting this one done and then moving on to the fun part of Yakuza. While you're driving around, there are three different kinds of pickups in the Wasteland. The green ones are your average quality, no big deal, meh. Anytime you see a red column, that is considered a rare material for your area. And a rare material in one area can be a common material in another area. The farther out you go, the better materials you find for bigger and better stuff. But generally speaking, the rocks and the bent cogwheels, a lot of times you will have use for these throughout the game too. If you plan on completely doing the completion list, which, you know, more power to you, but I'm not that insane, go for it. You do you. But, I'm not about that life. I got a little bit confused here briefly because the game does actually give you a fast travel option once you're inside the Wasteland. And I thought I had to stop by this guy to talk to him to activate that, but I don't actually think that system works yet. But in case you need to gas up out in the Wasteland, these different save points will give you the option to gas up. But we don't really need to gas up right now, so I guess I'll just take off. A little skip option is, I want to say, a hidden loading screen to get you back into the Wasteland, but it's no big deal. The third kind of pickup that I didn't really mention is sometimes when we're fighting folks, we'll find treasure maps. And the treasure maps will actually point to a location within the Wasteland that just has a buried chest. You can dig up the chest and you can find all sorts of crap. You can find rare materials, you can find money. You can actually find more music for the buggy. Because as we start off, there's only 3 songs. Receive You, this one from Binary Domain, and also one from Super Monkey Ball, because why not?
I'll be your opponent!
You know, in a way I've got to kind of, I don't know, admire the tenacity of some of these goons. Like, despite being hopelessly outmatched every turn, they never give up. You know, they're just out there living their best life in the Wasteland. You know, good on them.
Breaker strike!
You never get anywhere by giving up in life. That's the lesson that I take away from these goons.
Killing the weak ones! No way! Hangman Skull Crusher! Wing Breaker!
It may surprise you to find this out, but dynamite explodes when it's close to you. So, you know, if an enemy's throwing dynamite at you, maybe don't stand next to it. Might be bad for your health.
Execute it!
I was trying to get this guy to do a certain attack on me so I could counter it, but I don't know. We'll see the secret technique eventually. Just, you know, not today.
Octo! Fist of Penitence!
You've got 3 seconds left.
That's going to do it for me for this exciting episode, but join me next time for a real action-packed one where it's pretty much all fights as we break into the Prison of Death, Cassandra.
How's Jagre doing?
His heart rate has only increased since we left Eden. If this continues, he won't last much longer.
I see.